this will need to go here. So here's the deal. I want to be able to record my iPad live, much like when I was teaching at the Iron Yard, draw things on the whiteboard. Obviously, don't want to have a whiteboard here. You don't need to watch me stand there. Instead, what I'll do is I'll switch between me sitting here walking around to Starbucks or around cool places in Dallas and talk to you so you can learn who I am, the ways I communicate to help you understand code, to empower you to maybe start a new career in tech or just learn something interesting. That's one thing that, looking back on my time teaching at a coding boot camp that I wish I could have spent more time with, is part-time help. To help someone like you understand what code was and how it could maybe change your life for like a part-time thing, or just in your free time, or as a new career. I think both are just as valuable depending on who you are. All right, consistency, video one. Let's talk about organization of files. Files, we'll talk about the organization of folders. So you probably have a folder somewhere or files on your phone that aren't organized, and how you probably get overwhelmed, as I do with this. What are some ways that we can get around that? One would be find common things between the files. So maybe you have some thoughts or journals as one file. Thank you. Maybe you have some work-related things. And then maybe you have some fun or entertainment. What we could do with all of these different types of files is organize them into folders. But that only adds one layer of consistency between them. You probably have to rename them. So maybe you have something like the date that the file was created. So like 2017, 12, maybe then a hyphen, and then the category, and then a hyphen, and maybe then you can use the description. So what you're then creating is a consistent way to understand what the files, when they were created, what category of file they are. So maybe work, and the description, maybe it's reflection. And that way, unique of the day, what folder it's going to be in, and then maybe like this is probably what you would typically call the file, is just this. But by incorporating all of these other things, we're grouping the files, so if they end up in the same folder, we would still understand what they were. This will help you down the road with coding, because there's a lot of files you're going to create, a lot of text inside of these files, and working on how to organize like things will help you. So then we might have a folder that then has a bunch of files with really long names, and the folder can be something a little bit simpler, right? We could just have the date and the descriptor. That way, so like this could be 2017, 12, and then work. And you could follow this pattern consistently, allowing you to then change future behaviors and be a little bit better with organizing these things. Because if you think about it, the files on your computer are for you, but now we share files through iCloud or Dropbox or Box, all of these services so that others can use it. So if we start making these decisions, like for our files and folders, to help others consistently and quickly understand what we created, the better off we're going to be.